Disappear for 30 days and transform yourself. You think telling people your goals keeps you accountable. It doesn't. The second the words leave your mouth and you say something like "I'm starting Monday," or "this is the year I finally change," your brain gives you a hit of relief, like the work is already done. That relief is exactly why the goal quietly dies a few days later. Meanwhile, the people who actually transform themselves, nobody around them even knew they were trying. They just went quiet. And when they resurfaced, they were unrecognizable. Here's what they understood that you don't yet. 1. The applause trap. Think about the last time you told someone about a goal. Maybe it was a new diet plan, a business idea, a promise that this year would be different. Remember how good that felt? The nod of appreciation, the "that's awesome, good for you" comment, the little dose of pride you got just from saying it out loud. What your brain does in that moment is, it already files it as progress, like some of the work has already been done. That's not a character flaw in you. It's just how our minds work. It responds to recognition whether you've earned it or not. And once you've been recognized for the plan, some of the fuel you needed to actually run it has already been spent. So a few days later, when the plan actually gets hard, you've got nothing left to give it. You already felt like a winner. Your brain already collected the reward. That's why so many people announce a huge change and go quiet on it 2 weeks later. So if that's what's actually happening, the fix isn't to hold yourself more accountable. It's less applause. It's to do the opposite of what you've been taught about setting goals. 2. Silence isn't hiding. It's protecting. Here's what people get wrong about going quiet. They think it means you're insecure, like you don't have the confidence to tell people what you're doing. Wrong. It's protection. The moment you tell someone your plan, you're not just risking that early sense of job done. You're handing them a seat in your head. Their doubts and opinions about your goal move right next to yours. Every setback becomes something you owe an explanation for. And when things actually go wrong, most people vent about it to someone instead of sitting with it. But every time you do that, you skip the one thing that actually builds discipline: the ability to get through hard days without needing an audience to talk you through it. Someone who says nothing answers to no one. No explaining, no defending. Just the work, and the only one keeping score is you. So if talking is quietly costing you your focus, your resolve, and your ability to sit with discomfort, what's left? What does actually disappearing look like? Day to day. 3. How to actually disappear. This isn't about vanishing from your life. It's about closing your mouth. First, stop oversharing. Stop giving people the play-by-play of every plan, every idea, every goal. Not because they don't care, but because every time you talk about it, you trade a piece of your drive for a moment of recognition. Keep the plan in your head, not in everyone else's. Second, answer to yourself only. Stop checking whether people are impressed. Stop measuring your progress by whether someone noticed. Build your own standard, and let that be the only opinion that matters. The version of you that needs applause to keep going was never going to make it anyway. Third, hide your progress until it's real. Not because you're ashamed of the early, messy version of what you're building, but because once you announce too soon, you invite opinions you didn't ask for, and pressure you don't need. Let the results speak when they're ready, not before. Fourth, carry your own pain. When you fail, when you cry, when an entire week falls apart on you, don't turn it into a group chat. Sit with it yourself. Let it teach you something. That's a kind of strength comfort can never give you. That's it. 4 rules. And they all come down to one thing. Stop giving your energy away to other people's opinions and put every last bit of it into the work. Honestly, disappearing is the easy part. What you actually do with that time is where this gets real. 4. Transforming in the shadows. Silence without direction is just avoidance. If you're going to disappear, you need to know exactly what you're disappearing to build. So pick your target, not something generic like get healthier or build a better life. Something specific enough to write down the weight you're aiming for, the business milestone, the skill you're mastering by a certain date. Vague goals don't survive 30 days of silence. Specific ones do. Then build your whole life around it. Not an hour here and there really around it. Give the goal your best hours. not just whatever's left over after everything else is done. Move if you have to. Cancel the plans that don't get you there. For the next 30 days, this isn't a side project. It's the whole point. And here's the part that will actually keep you going. When motivation runs low, you've got to change what winning feels like. Right now, winning means someone noticed or validated you. For the next 30 days, winning just means you showed up and did the work, and nobody saw it. You have to learn to like that feeling. That shift from performing for an audience to answering only to yourself is the entire transformation. And here's the strangest part of all of this. The better you get at disappearing, the less you'll even care about coming back. 5. The reappearance. Here's what happens if you actually do this. 30 days in, you won't be counting down to some big reveal. You'll be too deep in the work to think about who's watching. Because for the first time, nobody has been. And when you do resurface, because eventually people notice, you won't need to announce anything. No big post, no speech, no here's my glow-up moment. People will just look at you and know something's different. You'll seem calmer, sound more certain, carry yourself like someone who doesn't need validation anymore. Funny thing is, you disappeared to stop needing recognition, and you end up getting it anyway. Except this time, it's not for what you said you'd do. It's for what you actually did. Remember that goal you told everyone about? The one that died a few days later? Now you know that it was never really about the goal. It was about being seen trying. This time, don't let it be about being seen. Let it be about who you actually become. So here's what you do. Pick one goal. Write it down. Don't tell a single person. Then disappear. If this is the version of you that's ready to stop performing and start building, subscribe. Because what you're about to become in the next 30 days isn't for an audience. It's for you.